Welcome. As you settle into a place of comfort, allow yourself to drift into relaxation. This is a time for a quiet reflection, a time for stillness. Tonight, we journey into the wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches resilience, inner peace, and the strength to face life's challenges with a calm mind. Let the words wash over you like gentle waves against the shore, easing you into a state of tranquility. Breathe deeply, allowing tension to leave your body, and open your mind to the timeless teachings of the Stoics. Stoicism, a school of philosophy founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BCE, has had a profound impact on Western thought and continues to influence individuals seeking practical wisdom and emotional resilience today. At its core, Stoicism teaches the art of living in accordance with nature, embracing virtue, and developing inner tranquility. This essay explores the fundamental principles of Stoicism, its historical context, key Stoic philosophers, and how its teachings can be applied to modern life. 1. The origins and development of Stoicism. The origins of Stoicism lie in the intellectual environment of ancient Greece. The philosophy emerged in response to the turbulence of the time, with political instability and war shaping the outlook of thinkers like Zeno. He sought a way of life that could help individuals remain peaceful and rational, regardless of external circumstances. Zeno's teachings were initially influenced by earlier schools, particularly Cynicism and Socratic philosophy, but he developed his own system, which emphasized self-control, rationality, and living in harmony with nature. Over time, Stoicism was systematized by subsequent philosophers, most notably Cleanthes, Chrysippus, and later the Roman Stoics, Seneca, Epictetus, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. These figures contributed to the development of Stoicism as a comprehensive philosophy that encompassed ethics, logic, and physics, natural science. Stoicism ultimately became a dominant school of thought in Rome, widely respected by thinkers, rulers, and ordinary people alike. Second core principles of Stoicism. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a few core principles that guide its teachings. The Stoics believed that living in accordance with nature, embracing virtue, and cultivating wisdom were the keys to achieving happiness and tranquility. The Dichotomy of Control. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the idea that there are things we can control and things we cannot. The Stoic sage distinguishes between these two categories, focusing only on what is within his or her control, namely one's own thoughts, actions, and responses. External events, such as the behavior of others, the weather, or the outcomes of political events, fall outside our control and should not be a source of distress. Instead, Stoics emphasize cultivating an inner disposition that allows one to respond to life's challenges with calm and reasoned judgment. Epictetus famously captured this notion in his Enchiridion handbook, stating, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." This dichotomy of control serves as a guiding principle for Stoic living, reminding individuals to focus on their own agency rather than be consumed by forces they cannot influence. B. Virtue as the highest good. For Stoics, virtue is the only true good, and living a virtuous life is essential for achieving tranquility and happiness. Virtue, in this context, refers to qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoics believe that by cultivating these virtues, individuals can align themselves with their true nature as rational beings. The external rewards of wealth, power, or fame are considered indifferent, neither inherently good nor bad, and should not be the focus of one's life. Rather, the pursuit of virtue leads to eudaimonia, or flourishing, which is the ultimate aim of human existence. See, the unity of the universe. The Stoics believed in a rational, ordered cosmos governed by divine reason or logos. They argued that everything in the universe, including human beings, is interconnected, and that events unfold according to a rational plan. Stoics often invoked the metaphor of the universe as a living organism, where each part contributes to the greater whole. By understanding this interconnectedness, Stoics sought to adopt a perspective of acceptance toward life's challenges, understanding that they were part of a larger, divine plan. D. The practice of negative visualization. A unique and powerful Stoic practice is the technique of negative visualization, which involves imagining the worst possible scenarios in order to better appreciate what one has. This practice helps reduce the fear of loss and prepares the individual for difficult circumstances. By contemplating the loss of loved ones, health, wealth, or status, a Stoic cultivates gratitude for the present and develops resilience in the face of future adversity. Third, key Stoic philosophers and their contributions. While Zeno is considered the founder of Stoicism, the philosophy was further developed by several key figures, each contributing to its richness and depth. Epictetus. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, is perhaps the most influential Stoic thinker for the average person today. His teachings, preserved in the Discourses and the Enchiridion, focus on practical advice for living a virtuous life. Epictetus taught that the key to happiness lies not in external circumstances, but in how we respond to them. His emphasis on personal responsibility and self-mastery resonates deeply in a world where people often seek to blame external events for their unhappiness. B. Seneca. Seneca, a Roman statesman, playwright, and advisor to Emperor Nero, wrote extensively on Stoic philosophy. His letters and essays, such as Letters to Lucilius and On the Shortness of Life, offer timeless insights into how to live with purpose and serenity. Seneca was particularly concerned with the fleeting nature of time and emphasized the importance of using one's time wisely, avoiding distractions, and living in alignment with one's values. See Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor from 161 to 180 CE, is often regarded as one of the greatest philosophers of the ancient world. His philosophical reflections, captured in his Meditations, continue to inspire individuals across the globe, particularly those seeking wisdom in leadership, personal growth, and resilience. As a Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius advocated for living a life in harmony with nature, embracing rationality, cultivating virtue, and maintaining inner peace in the face of external adversity. This essay explores the key teachings of Marcus Aurelius, examining their relevance to modern life and their practical applications for personal development and leadership. 1. The importance of virtue and living in accordance with nature. At the heart of Marcus Aurelius's teachings is the Stoic belief that the highest good is virtue. For Stoics, virtue is the only true source of happiness, and it is achieved through the cultivation of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature, understanding that human beings are rational creatures meant to contribute to the greater good of society. He often reflected on the fact that each individual has a unique role to play in the grand scheme of the universe, and that fulfilling this role with integrity and virtue is the key to a meaningful life. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius repeatedly reminds himself to act in harmony with nature and to be mindful of the interconnectedness of all things. He writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminder speaks to the Stoic understanding that while we cannot control external events, we can always control how we respond to them. By focusing on developing our character and aligning our actions with virtue, we can live a life of meaning and fulfillment, regardless of the challenges we face. 2. The practice of self-reflection and self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius was a master of self-reflection, and his meditations reveal a man who constantly sought to improve himself through introspection and self-discipline. He believed that to live a virtuous life, one must regularly examine one's thoughts, actions, and intentions. This process of self-reflection allows individuals to identify areas for improvement, avoid destructive impulses, and stay true to their core values. One of the key practices that Marcus Aurelius advocated for was mindfulness of the present moment. He understood that much of human suffering arises from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. In his meditations, he often urges himself to focus on the present, reminding himself that time is fleeting and that each moment is an opportunity to live in alignment with virtue. Do not waste time on what you cannot control, he advises, urging us to dedicate our energy to actions that are within our power. Self-discipline is another central aspect of Marcus's teachings. He believed that in order to live a life of virtue, individuals must cultivate the ability to control their desires, impulses, and emotions. This requires constant vigilance and effort, but Marcus believed that self-mastery was essential to personal growth. Through self-discipline, individuals can avoid being controlled by their passions and instead make rational decisions that reflect their highest values. 3. The value of resilience in the face of adversity. One of the most notable aspects of Marcus Aurelius's character was his resilience in the face of adversity. As emperor, he faced numerous challenges, including military conflicts, political instability, and personal loss. Despite these difficulties, Marcus Aurelius remained committed to his Stoic principles, maintaining a calm and rational demeanor even in the most trying circumstances. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius often reflects on the transient nature of life and the inevitability of suffering. He writes, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that obstacles and challenges are not to be avoided or feared, but rather embraced as opportunities for growth. For Marcus, adversity was a natural part of life, and it was through facing hardship that individuals could cultivate strength, resilience, and wisdom. Rather than complaining or becoming overwhelmed by difficulties, Marcus Aurelius teaches the importance of accepting challenges as part of the larger divine plan. By adopting a mindset of acceptance and focusing on what can be controlled, individuals can turn adversity into a source of strength and learning. The practice of empathy and compassion for others. While Stoicism is often associated with self-discipline and inner strength, Marcus Aurelius also emphasized the importance of empathy and compassion for others. As an emperor, he had a responsibility to govern with justice and fairness, and he often reminded himself of the need to be kind and understanding toward those around him. In his meditations, he reflects on the fact that all human beings are interconnected and that each person is part of the greater whole. Therefore, it is our duty to treat others with respect, understanding, and compassion. Marcus Aurelius was particularly concerned with the idea that human beings are naturally social creatures, and that it is our purpose to contribute to the well-being of society. He believed that helping others, showing kindness, and striving for justice were integral parts of living a virtuous life. He writes, "When you have the power to benefit someone, why put it off? When you can help another person, do it without hesitation, for the moment is fleeting." By cultivating empathy and compassion, Marcus Aurelius teaches that we can strengthen our relationships, contribute to the common good, and foster a sense of unity and shared humanity. In times of conflict or strife, he advocates for understanding the perspectives of others and striving to find peaceful solutions based on mutual respect. 5. Leadership and responsibility. As an emperor, Marcus Aurelius's philosophy was not limited to personal growth, but also had profound implications for leadership. He understood that leadership was not about power or dominance, but about serving others with wisdom, justice, and integrity. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius often reflects on the responsibilities of leadership and the importance of maintaining a sense of humility and perspective. Marcus believed that a true leader is one who leads by example, embodying the values of virtue and integrity. He often reminded himself that he was merely a servant of the people and that his role was to act in the best interests of society. He writes, "A ruler who is in charge of his own thoughts is the best ruler of all. A ruler who is able to moderate his desires and emotions will rule the world." Moreover, Marcus Aurelius stressed the importance of making rational, thoughtful decisions, especially in times of crisis. As a leader, he was constantly aware of the impact of his actions on others and sought to govern in a way that promoted the well-being of all. His example of calm leadership in the face of war, political intrigue, and personal hardship offers valuable lessons for leaders today. 6. The timeless relevance of Marcus Aurelius's teachings. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius continue to resonate with individuals seeking wisdom and guidance in navigating the complexities of modern life. His emphasis on virtue, self-reflection, resilience, empathy, and leadership offers valuable insights for personal development and professional success. In a world marked by uncertainty, stress, and external pressures, Marcus Aurelius' Stoic philosophy provides a powerful framework for maintaining inner peace and cultivating a life of purpose. His belief in the power of self-discipline, the importance of accepting adversity, and the value of treating others with kindness and respect remains as relevant today as it was in ancient Rome. By adopting the principles outlined in meditations, individuals can learn to lead more intentional, fulfilling lives while also contributing to the greater good of society. Whether in the context of personal growth, leadership, or relationships, Marcus Aurelius's teachings offer timeless wisdom for living with integrity, resilience, and compassion. 4. Stoicism in the modern world. Stoicism has enjoyed a resurgence in recent years, with many people turning to its teachings for guidance on how to navigate the complexities of modern life in an age marked by stress, uncertainty, and overwhelming distractions. Stoicism provides a framework for cultivating emotional resilience and maintaining a sense of purpose. Oh, Stoicism and emotional resilience. In today's fast-paced world, where individuals often feel overwhelmed by external pressures and emotional turbulence, Stoicism offers practical tools for managing emotions. The Stoic practice of reframing negative thoughts, practicing mindfulness, and focusing on what is within one's control can help individuals build emotional resilience. By recognizing that negative emotions are often a result of faulty thinking and unrealistic expectations, individuals can learn to respond with equanimity to challenging situations. B. Stoicism and personal growth. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded in the 3rd century BCE by Zeno of Citium, has long been regarded as a practical guide for self-mastery, resilience, and virtue. Though centuries have passed since its inception, Stoicism remains highly relevant for those seeking personal growth. The philosophy teaches individuals how to navigate life's challenges, develop emotional control, and cultivate a mindset that fosters self-improvement. This essay explores how Stoic principles contribute to personal growth and how they can be applied in daily life to build strength, wisdom, and fulfillment. 1. The Stoic approach to personal development. Stoicism is fundamentally a philosophy of action. It does not dwell on abstract theories, but instead provides a practical framework for self-improvement. The Stoics believed that external events are beyond our control, but our responses to these events are within our power. By focusing on self-discipline, wisdom, and virtue, individuals can grow into stronger, more resilient versions of themselves. The philosophy is built on 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, the ability to discern what is truly valuable in life and make rational decisions; courage, the strength to face difficulties and act according to one's principles; justice, treating others with fairness and integrity; temperance, practicing self-control and moderation. By striving to embody these virtues, individuals can enhance their character and achieve personal growth. 2. The Dichotomy of Control. Focusing on what matters. One of the most powerful Stoic ideas is the dichotomy of control, which teaches that some things are within our power while others are not. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, stated, "Some things are up to us and some are not." This simple but profound concept is key to personal growth. Many people waste energy worrying about things they cannot control: other people's opinions, the past, or random misfortunes. Stoicism teaches that true growth comes from focusing on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By internalizing this principle, individuals learn to stop blaming external circumstances for their unhappiness and instead take full responsibility for their personal development. This shift in mindset allows for greater resilience, adaptability, and emotional stability. 3. Overcoming negative emotions and building resilience. A crucial aspect of personal growth is the ability to manage emotions. Negative emotions, such as anger, fear, and anxiety, can be obstacles to success and fulfillment. Stoicism offers practical methods for overcoming these emotions and cultivating a mindset of inner peace. One powerful Stoic exercise is negative visualization, premeditatio malorum, where individuals imagine the worst-case scenarios to prepare themselves mentally for hardships. By contemplating loss, failure, or adversity, one becomes less fearful and more resilient. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, frequently reminded himself in meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By practicing emotional discipline and viewing hardships as opportunities for growth, individuals can become more resilient and capable of handling life's challenges with grace. 4. Self-reflection and continuous improvement. Personal growth requires consistent self-examination. The Stoics practiced daily self-reflection, a habit that allowed them to assess their actions and make necessary improvements. Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher, advised, "At the end of the day, ask yourself, what bad habit have you cured today? What faults have you resisted? In what respect are you better?" By reflecting on one's thoughts, behaviors, and progress, individuals can actively shape their development. This practice fosters self-awareness, helps in identifying weaknesses, and encourages a commitment to lifelong learning. 5. Embracing adversity as a path to growth. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are not setbacks, but stepping stones to personal growth. Marcus Aurelius captured this idea with the famous quote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Difficulties and challenges are inevitable in life. However, rather than resisting them, Stoicism encourages individuals to embrace adversity as an opportunity to become stronger. Each hardship, whether personal or professional, serves as a test of character and a chance to practice resilience. By adopting this mindset, individuals can turn failures into lessons, setbacks into motivation, and struggles into sources of strength. 6. Living with purpose and integrity. Personal growth is not just about external success. It is about becoming a person of integrity and purpose. The Stoics believed that living according to one's values is essential for a fulfilling life. They rejected the pursuit of fame, wealth, and pleasure as ultimate goals, instead emphasizing virtue and wisdom as the true measures of success. Marcus Aurelius urged individuals to focus on their higher purpose. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By defining personal values and living with integrity, individuals can build a strong foundation for lasting self-improvement. Growth is not about external validation, but about becoming the best version of oneself, and encourages a commitment to lifelong learning. C. Stoicism and leadership. Leadership is one of the most demanding roles in society, requiring wisdom, resilience, and a strong moral compass. Throughout history, many great leaders have turned to Stoicism, a philosophy of self-mastery, rationality, and virtue, to guide their decisions and actions. From Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor of Rome, to modern business leaders and politicians, the principles of Stoicism provide invaluable insights into effective leadership. This essay explores how Stoic philosophy shapes strong leadership by fostering resilience, ethical decision-making, emotional discipline, and a focus on the greater good. 1. The Stoic leader, strength through virtue. At the heart of Stoicism is the belief that true strength comes not from power or wealth, but from virtue. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues that define great leadership: wisdom, the ability to make rational, well-informed decisions; courage, the strength to act according to one's principles, even in adversity; justice, the commitment to fairness and the well-being of others; temperance, the discipline to control one's desires, emotions, and impulses. A Stoic leader does not seek personal gain, but acts in the best interests of their people. They lead by example, demonstrating integrity, patience, and rational decision-making. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic leaders, reminded himself daily of his duty. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others, unless it is to benefit the common good. This perspective keeps a leader focused on meaningful actions rather than distractions. 2. The Dichotomy of Control, focusing on what matters. One of the most powerful Stoic ideas for leadership is the dichotomy of control, which teaches that some things are within our power while others are not. Leaders often face unpredictable circumstances, economic downturns, crises, conflicts, and opposition. However, a Stoic leader focuses only on what they can control: their decisions, attitudes, and actions. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, stated, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not." For a leader, this means not wasting energy on external criticism or uncontrollable events, but directing efforts toward constructive action. A leader who embraces this mindset remains calm, adaptable, and effective under pressure. 3. Emotional discipline, leading with rationality. In leadership, emotional control is crucial. A leader who reacts impulsively to challenges can damage their reputation, make poor decisions, and lose the trust of their followers. Stoicism teaches the importance of emotional discipline, not suppressing emotions, but managing them with wisdom. Seneca, a Roman Stoic, advised, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." This principle is essential for leadership. Before responding to criticism, setbacks, or conflicts, a Stoic leader takes a step back, assesses the situation objectively, and responds rationally rather than emotionally. By maintaining composure, a leader gains the respect of their team and makes more effective decisions. 4. Resilience in the face of adversity. Every great leader faces hardship, whether dealing with political opposition, financial crises, or personal setbacks. Resilience is a key quality of successful leadership. Stoicism provides a mental framework for enduring hardship by viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This mindset transforms challenges into stepping stones for improvement. Rather than seeing failure as a defeat, a Stoic leader sees it as a lesson. They remain steadfast in their purpose, learning from adversity rather than being discouraged by it. 5. Leading with justice and fairness. Stoicism emphasizes justice as a core virtue of leadership. A leader must act with fairness, honesty, and integrity, always considering the well-being of their people. Self-interest and corruption have no place in Stoic leadership. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to rule not for personal gain, but for the benefit of others. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Modern leaders who embody this principle prioritize ethical decision-making, transparency, and service to others. They create trust and loyalty by demonstrating a commitment to fairness. 6. Humility and the pursuit of wisdom. A great leader does not assume they know everything. Stoicism teaches the value of humility and continuous learning. Socrates, whose teachings influenced Stoicism, famously stated, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." A Stoic leader is open to feedback, willing to admit mistakes, and eager to grow. They surround themselves with knowledgeable advisors and encourage open discussions. By remaining humble, they avoid arrogance and make better informed decisions. 7. Serving the greater good. Unlike leaders who seek power for personal gain, Stoic leaders see themselves as servants of the people. Their goal is not dominance, but contribution. This sense of duty and responsibility leads to selfless decision-making and a commitment to the common good. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on the nature of leadership. A noble man compares and estimates himself by an idea which is higher than himself, and a mean man by one lower than himself. The one produces aspiration, the other ambition. A Stoic leader aspires to serve a higher purpose rather than pursue personal ambition. They understand that their leadership is temporary and that their legacy will be defined by their actions, not their title. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of Stoic leadership. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for leaders in any field. By cultivating virtue, focusing on what can be controlled, practicing emotional discipline, embracing adversity, acting with justice, remaining humble, and serving the greater good, a leader can inspire trust and guide their team or society toward success. In an era of uncertainty and rapid change, Stoic principles provide a stable foundation for leadership. A leader who embodies Stoicism is not only effective, but also respected and remembered for their wisdom and integrity. Whether in politics, business, or everyday life, Stoicism remains a powerful guide for those who seek to lead with strength, virtue, and purpose.